is up, takers? Welcome to another episode of Ty and Lay's Take. Today, I am Tyler.
And I'm Lay. Hey, everybody.
Hey, I can't believe we're already into September, episode 17.
Crazy.
The Lions won their first game, so somebody's drinking that Lions Kool-Aid. I hope we can keep this momentum going.
Yes. Started off right.
We're gonna have to get some customized jerseys with Ty and Lay's logo on them so we can go tailgate.
Listen, I've never been to a professional athletic game ever. So if they keep it up, I might be out there at the line. Hopefully.
I hope a dream, a wish, and a prayer will do numbers. I'm telling you.
You never know. They just beat the reigning champs of the Super Bowl. That's huge. So you never know. We might have to get out there and see what's going on. But I'm excited. This is already gonna be a good one, Ty. I can feel it.
All right, so let's dive in. We have so much to talk about. A lot of concerts and events happening in and around Detroit, as always. We have a new segment that Lay is going to introduce a little later. So I'm telling y'all, we're working hard over here.
We are, and a very special guest.
Yes. So let's go ahead and dive in. We're starting off with the real takes, right?
Of course. I can't wait. Let's get into this because, I always got the good ones. Always got some good ones. No, you did not. You still have my mug. I'm so mad you just did that. I'm so mad.
I guess we got to get to the point where we have our own studio so we could be like together in the same room.
That's true.
But I got your mug. Don't worry.
Yes, I want my mug back because I'm real good for sipping tea. Okay. Let's jump right into our real takes. As you know, we give amazing scenarios, questions, comments, situations, and then Ty and I give you our real take. So with that being said, I want to know, Ty, is asking for separate checks petty?
Friendships or dating?
Let's go friendships.
No, it's not petty. I have a motto, especially when it comes to dating. But yeah, I guess friendships in general. So you never know what people's wallet looks like or what their bank account looks like. So when I go out with people in general, I always make sure that I have more than enough to cover my meal, my date's meal, and any other additional expenses that may come during the time that you're hanging out with somebody. And I was just telling my homegirl Ayana this yesterday. So I don't think it's petty though. Like if you ain't trying to pay for them, don't pay for them.
Okay, wait. So you're saying that when you go out with your friends, you have enough to pay for them too, if it comes down to it? Is that what you're saying?
If it comes down to it, and I shouldn't have said that publicly. But if you're a friend, you're paying for your own. I might buy a round of drinks, I might buy a shot or two, but at the end of the day, you bringing something to the memory, to the moment, to the experience.
Okay, I get that. I would say for me, if I'm being completely honest, I'm gonna say I'll say 7 times out of 10, I'll probably take the bill.
7 out of 10 times?
Yeah, and it's very like, okay, so and I feel like we've been out, so I'm like just put it together.
I feel like that's different though because we're friends, but we're business partners too, so that's a little different.
If business partners pay for themselves, this is business. I gotta save my coins. Which you are my business partner, but you're also when we went out as friends. So, this is what I would say. Now, like I said, 7 times out of 10, I will probably pick it up. Now, what I will not do is we're not going to do I won't tell you that I'm paying, if that makes sense. Like I'm not gonna go out with you and be like, oh, I got it, unless like I really want you to go and you're saying, well, I can't go, I got bills, da da da. And I'm like, okay, well, just come. Did I ask you about money? Just come. I just want you to come, right? But most of the time you won't know I'm paying until the end. And the reason why I do it that way is because I don't want people taking advantage of me. Like, I don't want, girl, you drink low shelf liquor, you getting a house margarita, you going at happy hour, so don't come thinking because Layy is swiping her Visa, her Master, her whatever she decides to swipe that day, don't think that you about to be eating good off me. Okay, it's not going down like that. So, but I don't have a problem picking up the check, depending. Like when I go out with my mom, I usually always pay for her, or like my aunts, whatever the case may be. Like certain people, I just know that I'm gonna take care of. I mean, I try to be generous and giving. You know what I'm saying? I pay it forward. But like if it gets to a point like we going to some expensive restaurant, yeah, I might get your drink, but it's not a requirement. But to answer the question, I think it can be petty. I'm not gonna lie. I do think it can be petty. I do think it can be petty.
Yeah,
like you $3 ice cream cones, and you talking about like, all right, but I think that's a tad petty.
You had me when you said bottom shelf or the house.
But we all have that friend that like it's when somebody else is paying. Now you want to spend my money like you got it. You know what I'm saying? It's real easy to ball out with somebody else's money, but when it comes to your money, you go to Dollar Tree to get your milk. And that's if you go to Dollar Tree to get your milk, ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying, but don't be trying to get the organic milk when I'm paying for the milk.
Oh, no, I'm taking the almond milk, the $8, the $9 milk.
So don't play with me. Don't do that. That's a quick way not to be my friend no more either. So is it petty? It can be, in my opinion, but you say no, not at all.
For those of you that are going out with Layy, just remember that 7 out of 10 times she is picking up the
remember that because you'll play yourself. Okay, that was good. That was a fun one. Okay. Now this is actually a good one, and I'm asking this for a reason. You know, I'm real good for a story. Okay, so Ty, I want to know: is breastfeeding in public inappropriate?
No, I mean I'm not a woman or a mother, but I mean, if you're out in public and your baby, your kid needs to eat, I think there's a way of doing it where like it's non as like out there with it, like like I would use a blanket, cover the baby up, cover the nipple up. I ain't trying to see the nipple, but
so
I mean,
uncomfortable.
It wouldn't make me uncomfortable.
No, even if let's say there was no blanket, would you be uncomfortable?
I would be like a titty. I swear we're gonna go to daytime television. I just gotta keep my mouth in. This gonna come back on me. I swear it's gonna be I didn't know I'm just so blunt that like no, I don't think it's inappropriate. I think shout outs to all the moms that breastfeed. Hey, we love you. Thanks for watching. But I don't think it's inappropriate or it wouldn't make me uncomfortable. I mean, we're all humans. We all have nipples, penises. I just keep digging myself further in the hole. I don't think it's inappropriate. I'm not uncomfortable by it. But that's another topic. All right, give me your opinion. I'm on a roll today. I promise you, it's water. I just didn't want to have the water bottle because it has the label, and we don't promote for free. So I ripped the label off of it, and I was like, let me.
You know what? I think we should do a segment where if we can get like a sponsor, like a liquor sponsor, that we should do like a drinkers, like answer a drink or some type of wine down with Ty and Layy wine down or something. We need to like Ty and Lay's take stress off segment.
You know, I have somebody that I went to school with. Actually, he's out in California now. But I saw that he created like a customized like wine. It had like a wine tasting. Also, we have friends of the show, Brittany B, publicist. So I'm gonna look into it because maybe we can have like a little Ty and Lay's, like our own little wine that we can exclusively sell. That'd be cute.
Ooh, I would buy our wine.
Buy it. I think that might be a good sales idea. Let's get back to that.
I like
Delay, turning the tables, passing the collection plate. Do you think it's inappropriate? Does it make you uncomfortable? You're a woman, not a mother yet, but tell us.
No, mom, not a mom. But I would say no. It does not make me uncomfortable at all. I honestly wouldn't even put a blanket over mine. If I'm being completely honest, I would just feed my baby because, like, I wouldn't want to eat with no blanket over my head. I want to eat in peace and be able to breathe, and you know what I mean. But this is my thing. I feel like people are okay with seeing thongs and booty and everything else can be out, but a woman feeding her child, they're like, I'm uncomfortable, and it's just like, get over yourself, bro. Like she's trying to feed her baby. There's nothing. The reason why it doesn't bother me is because it's so natural. And I think when we live in a world where things are not natural anymore, like people, it's almost like people have fake everything, fake hair, nails, makeup, everything is fake out here now. It's like I have a different type of appreciation for things that are just natural. You know what I mean? And it's like nothing more natural than a mother. To me, nothing more beautiful than a mother literally feeding her child. Like, leave her alone. But I will say, I went to this concert and I noticed there was a woman that was breastfeeding in the audience. Did not bother me. Like, why she had her baby at a concert and it was that late, that's a whole different conversation. But she was breastfeeding. I would not have noticed that she was even breastfeeding because, you know what I mean, we're focused on the concert. What made me uncomfortable was that the man that was with her, I don't know if it was the baby's father or her husband or whatever the case may be, but the man beside her was taking a video of her breastfeeding her baby at the concert. And that's what got my attention. I wouldn't have even known what she was doing. So, because they were sitting right in front of us. So I looked and he was taking a video of her, and I'm like, he just took a video of her breastfeeding her baby. What's wrong with him? I just didn't, because to me that was what drew all the attention to her. Not the fact that she was doing it, but the fact that you're trying to make it a moment. Like, what are you gonna do with it? Are you trying to embarrass her? Is it supposed to be something that's funny? That would have irritated me. Like, don't record me while I'm at a concert trying to be discreet about feeding my baby, and then you do that. That's a little weird. But as far as if it's inappropriate, feed your child, feed your baby. What they gonna do? And people who are uncomfortable, it makes me question, like, are you uncomfortable when women walk in their G-strings or have on super small bikinis, or when men wear thongs or whatever case may be? That doesn't make you uncomfortable, but a woman literally feeding her child does. That just doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm so here for women feeding their babies. Feed your babies, mamas. Feed your babies. So, okay. That was a good one. I got another quick one. And then we're getting our new segment. I'm super excited about it. So, Ty, does a person's sexual performance matter in a relationship? We want to know. We want to know.
Why we always gotta go? Why we always gotta take the takers to the bedroom? We ain't even got the pillows yet.
Listen, we need the real. It's our real takes. We gotta get real. It's important because people are struggling with this kind of stuff right now. You know what I mean?
Does a person? No, I don't know what you mean because I'm not struggling. I'm not struggling. So I don't know what people you're referring to. But does a person's sexual performance matter in a relationship? I think if you're in a relationship with somebody, you and your partner need to have those conversations. I'm gonna throw it back to the communication. Okay. Every time you have to have those conversations. If your partner is doing something that you're not enjoying, or if they're simply just not pleasing and satisfying your sexual needs and desires, then you need to be open and vocal about those conversations. That way you can try and work on things and maybe make some adjustments to make sure that both parties, both people, all people are satisfied. So but I think there's
I'm sorry, you said all people.
I mean, for me, it's me and somebody else, but
I'm laughing because I'm like, oh Lord, we're getting deep into this. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Just add philosopher attached to my name. So broadcasting host, media personality, social media content creator, philosopher. Just put it all in there. Serial entrepreneur. I'm a boss ass bitch. I don't think it's not like a end all be all. I mean, but you have to be, you got, I mean, to say it's not of some type of importance, you'd be lying.
Yeah, I agree. I would agree with that.
Now, Layy, what's going on in Lay's world?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I always get this disclaimer when we get to talk about sex. Get out of my business. We're not gonna get up out my business. My business is my business, okay? But if I'm being honest, do I think it's important? Yeah. I do. And I'm gonna tell you why. I feel like when you're not getting it at home, your mind starts wondering about other things, other places, other people. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like if you're not satisfying me, because the reality is that there's always somebody that wants to take your spot, right? Right on both ends. When you're in a relationship, I'm sure your partner can name about 3 or 4 people that want to be with them or would take their spot or would take on a date, whatever, and vice versa, right? So I think that when you're unsatisfied with a person sexually, whether that's because they're not as adventurous as you, they don't want to do the things you want to do, or you don't want to do what they want to do, I think that it makes your mind wonder. It's like, okay, well, he don't want to do this or she don't want to do that. So, but I'm sure Sheila would or Ben would, you know what I mean? So I think that that's really an issue. Like your mind starts wondering. And I think once your mind starts wondering, that's when everything else starts to follow. Not saying it's a reason to cheat or anything like that, but I just think that when you're not being sexually satisfied, I do think that the relationship is going to be over soon. Too. Is it a deal breaker though? I guess that's the real question. Is it a deal breaker?
I don't think so. There's more to it. That's the problem with people nowadays. There has to be sex in a relationship. I ain't gonna hold you up. But it's not the only thing. Like, come on now. Let's get out of this hookup and dating apps, and let's get out of that. Go on dates with people. Get to know the person.
That's cool. That's all cool.
But yes, when it gets to that point, if you're not being satisfied, have those conversations. Communicate. Okay,
so we're communicating, and you're still not getting it. Like, what do we do from here?
And you're gonna have to figure something else out. You're gonna have to figure out something. That maybe you're not my person.
That's why I said it's over. I mean,
what I said, damn it.
Well, I'm not gonna say it wouldn't be like, oh, bye. You know, conversations, trial runs, try some different things, use this, do that, get on the internet, do what you need to do, try to spice it up. But it's like once we realize it's not working. It's not working. It's like you're trying to it's just not working.
Takers, be sure to chime in with your thoughts. You all can comment on the live. You can tweet us, thread us, Facebook us. Let us know your take. And coming soon, we'll tell y'all how y'all can even be on the show, maybe.
Yes. And that is a good segue, Ty, because that was good for our real takes. And we are going to continue to give our real take. But this time around, we're going to do something new and exciting for you guys. So y'all know we love our takers. And we are doing a segment called The Takers Table. And the Takers Table is going to be, we're going to welcome takers to come to the show and give their takes. Because we want to hear from y'all too. Sometimes Tyler just don't have the sense that God gave him, and he just be saying any and everything. And
and sometimes Layy be sending people to watch what everybody's doing for her and report back. So sometimes Layy be like Tyler, I'm gonna just tell you, I did X, Y, and Z, but I'm not crazy. And then Tyler looks at Layy and is like, no, girl, you're crazy.
So sometimes we need another perspective to like even us out. We need somebody that we don't have to be a Ty anymore. We have a yes or no. I can know if I'm crazy or if he's the one that's crazy. So I'm super excited about Taker's Table. We actually are having our first Taker join the show today. I'm so excited. Ty, go ahead and introduce our Taker.
Yeah, so he's actually Layy. I don't know if you remember, but he's actually no stranger to Ty and Lay's Take today. We had him perform at our Pride on the Patio a couple months ago.
Yes.
He's from Cleveland, so I'm sure him and Layy are already going to be best friends because Layy is a fellow. Do they call you Ohioans? I don't know what they call you.
We are Ohioans.
But he's also a music artist. He is currently on a show called LGBT Kings and Queens. So let's go ahead and add our first taker to the round table. Let's go. Kalontae Anderson.
Yes, hi.
Hey, Kalontae!
Hey.
How y'all been?
How are you?
I'm good. But how y'all been? Since the last time I seen y'all.
So wonderful. Everything's been great. Shoot, since Pride on the Patio, show's been doing great. Yes. Everything's been good personally. I'm blessed. How you doing?
Shoot, well, since the patio, now it's been like a lot of exposure for me. Now finally, I'm recording a TV show at the moment. I literally like just got that up on like if I'm going to season 2 or not. So I'm gonna just kind of like put that out there in the air. And also I've been doing a lot of more music now. Like I did take a little break just to promote, but now I'm really just now focusing on like getting back out there and putting out more visuals and more content and promoting more. So I'm like excited, but I'm like, it's good to see y'all again. Yes, we didn't even talk about the patio at Detroit. It was so amazing. That was my first time ever performing there. In Detroit.
I would have never guessed that. You did an amazing job.
Thank you. I had like two performances that day. So right after I left you guys, I went straight to Akron, Ohio, and performed for Cleveland Pride. So it was just like a busy day for me that whole day, but it was amazing. I was like, yo, it was like super fun.
We had an amazing time at Pride on the Patio, and hopefully we can run that back this coming year.
Yes, I am so down for it.
Yes.
So it's gonna be bigger and better. Like we already got plans in the works to expand.
Yes, we do.
We taking over the block.
We taking over the block.
It's not gonna be one venue. It's gonna be a whole block.
It's gonna be a whole block. Yes, it's gonna be super dope.
Yes. Super excited about that. But okay, wait, let's jump into it because we got to get to.
Okay.
You need your take because, like I said, Ty be crazy sometimes. So I need to know if I need to know if we are crazy or if I'm crazy or we just all crazy. So I'm super excited because this is good. This has actually been all over the internet. I don't know if you are familiar with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Yeah.
So they just recently had a situation. And you know what? Let's just show the clip of what happened because, baby, we need to talk about this.
And Layy, you've been waiting for a minute to talk about this.
Yeah, because I need to know. This is crazy. So here we go. Let's look at this.
That bitch should have died. You want to mention my kid? You should have died, bitch. You monkey. You blue monkey.
Oh my God. I don't want to laugh, but I'm going to get my laugh out now. With reality TV, it can be artificial. It can be very scripted. I'm not for sure if that's part of what's going on or if that's really real, but sometimes if it's raw reality, then that might be a real situation. And I can truly say that might be a real situation with two friends going back and forth and expressing themselves on camera. But I don't know. It's it's a little different. It's a little different. Now it's so different that me being in front of the camera and behind the camera now, it's like a couple months ago, if y'all would have asked me that question or showed me this, and we would have had this like podcast and doing this podcast, I would have had a whole different perspective and a whole opinion of it, a different opinion of it. But it's it can be. I don't know. I want to know y'all thoughts though. I don't know.
So the internet was eating this up. So there's two parts of this. So in that scene, the reason why they sat down was because Safari, which is Erica, the one who called her the monkey, called Spice the monkey. Erica had heard that she felt like Spice had an issue with her because her ex-husband went and told her that, I guess Erica was when she had complications when she was giving birth to their child, and could have died on the bed, whatever, due to childbirth. But luck, God, by the grace of God, her son's fine, she's fine, everybody's fine. But she had complications, and she felt like her husband felt nothing, like he was not sad or anything. Spice had a situation where she was on her deathbed, and he was like in tears and was saying that, I don't know what I'm gonna do with Spice dies. Like, Spice is everything to me in my country, because she's a huge international singer, Spice, the singer. So so they went and talked, because I guess Safari went and told Spice that this happened and that Erica felt some type of way about this, that, and the third. So they wanted to sit down because they're supposed to all be friends. So during this sit down, it kind of got heated, and and Spice said to her, "Your son does not like you." And so in response to that, he then said, it got heated. She ended up calling her the monkey, the blue monkey. So I want to talk about it because it was blowing the internet up. So because there's another, so you have that portion of it, her actually calling her a monkey. But then Love and Hip Hop came out and made a statement on their Instagram. And it said, matter of fact, let me pull it up so I can read it verbatim. Because this was good. I was like, Ty, we need to talk about this, because it's just getting deeper and deeper. It was all over my timeline.
Yeah, I was about to say, I've seen it all over the blogs. I looked at it, but I don't really indulge into negativity or just the crazy stuff. But then I know, like, just starting to do reality TV, a lot of things is very scripted. So I'm like, all right, this probably, one of those things, they trying to go viral, get Love and Hip Hop back on the scene, because, Zeus, and now there's TV and all these other networks is up and running. It might just be one of those things. And I'm like, I really don't have no really opinion about it, but I'm like, okay, it's crazy. It's getting crazy.
Well, so this is the statement. Said the Love and Hip Hop franchise has never shied away from hard conversations in our community. Working hand in hand with partners, viewers will see the impact of Erica Mena's remarks played out in the final 3 episodes of the season. Effective immediately, she will not return in the next season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So they fired her.
So I don't think that is fair. I don't think it's fair, because if you look, like, Erica Mena might not look like she's African American, but you can tell from her actions and her choices in life that she is not racist. Because, what's his name? Safari is her child's father. So that's out of the question completely. But her saying something because she was angry, upset, and mad, yeah, she need a slap on the wrist, because everybody say things when they angry. I'm like, but at the end of it all, taking it to the extent of it being a racist remark, we are past that now. Like, and I just feel like that's just No, you gonna put her out of business and not cut her no check no more because she just made y'all go viral. And on top of that, she said it out of anger, and it wasn't like she probably really meant to say that, knowing that she could have used so many other choices of words. But come on now, her child was talked about in a sense that was not even needed. Like, there's two grown-ups that's sitting at a table that it seems like can't even have a conversation. So this is what y'all really wanted out of that TV show, something to go viral or something to something to get picked up or some action. So this should be like continuance. Let the audience know what's going to happen afterwards. How their friendship is going to end or how it's going to grow. This is where I feel like a lot of people in TV and producing and EPs be going wrong, where when it gets real bad and the publicity and the controversy start to come and they can't handle it, they just start to fold so fast and be like, okay, I gotta get rid of it. And it's no time to get rid of it because it's already there. So it's just like you have to take that and sometimes run with it.
Wow. Okay, Ty, do you agree?
I think, yeah, like Kalontae said, it's hard because I think people as a whole, when we have all these different franchises in different Love and Hip Hop this city, Love and Hip Hop that city, and I think people just love to watch the negativity. It's like, just being mindful of who you follow on social media, who you choose to let into your world, because that negativity is going to have an impact on you. If you're following these people. And I honestly don't watch shows like this because very select few. I was watching it when I was actually in Ohio for the weekend, and I was like, wow, what's Safari doing? Like, Safari is old and dusty. Like, let's go, come on. But I think as a whole, people love watching these types of shows, and no one wants to watch positivity, No. And it's unfortunate, but I think trying to depict and dissect what is scripted and what's not, I think she was out of line for the comment she made. And, but we do say stuff out of anger. How many times have we said some things that we later regretted or we apologized for later once we had time to think about our actions or our words? I think she deserved a slap on the wrist for what happened. I don't think she deserved to be like, oh, I actually think they should have let her continue. Let's have her don't they do reunions for these types of shows? Now I'm invested, and I'm somebody that doesn't even watch these shows or care because I don't like to feed into those type of frequencies. But yeah, if you're a parent and your child is brought up, that's throwing them the hands. Like, yeah. It's now everything's null and void. You spoke on someone's child, and that don't sit well, especially with most.
So the question? What was the real reason of them sitting down to really have a conversation? Because I know it wasn't about the child or a blue monkey. So
no, they wanted to sit down because they were at an event, and she felt like Erica felt like Spice was there was some energy in the air. Like there was problem, but they have a friendship, and so she wanted to sit down and talk about it because Safari and Erica have had a messy marriage, messy divorce now, and so
they were married.
They were married, yes.
Oh, Safari done fucked everybody.
Well, he was married to her. Now they're divorced, and they have 2 kids together. So she wanted to sit down with her to basically talk about what actually happened, because I guess the way that in Erica's perspective, Safari went back and told Spice something to make it seem like that Safari should have never felt anything for her being on her deathbed. Like, I'm your wife. Erica was just saying, like, as a woman, I felt some type of way that he didn't even care that I was going to die, but he has all this emotion, and he's, ready to cry tears and don't know what he going to do if you die. But I'm his wife. That's where Erica said she was coming from. But I guess the story or the perspective that was given to Spice was that it was very like, why do you even care about her? Like she wasn't, like he shouldn't care at all. That's what I kind of got. So that's why they decided to sit down and talk.
It's given Safari was a fan of Spice before he became who he is.
Yeah, I mean, she's he's Jamaican, she's Jamaican, so she's a huge international star, like dance hall music. I think they call her the queen of dance hall. So she's huge. I mean, she was nominated for a Grammy. She didn't win, but we're talking about somebody. She's a renowned artist. This is not just somebody that's trying to make it. Like, she's very established. So I mean, I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with you all's perspective. I do feel that I'm very big on through the abundance of a person's heart, their mouth speaks. And I do understand someone attacking your child. I don't have children. Let me just put that out there. I don't have kids. So I'm always very, I put that out there because I can only speak so much about it because I don't have kids. But I am a Black woman. And I do feel that for me, I'm not a racist. I'm not prejudiced. I don't have any, I don't use words like the F word for, to offend homosexuals. I don't use that word. I don't use it. I don't like it. So there would never, if me and Ty got into a heated argument, I would never call him that because it's not who I am. If I'm going to attack you, I'm going to attack you in ways that I feel that align with my character. So I feel like, yes, she was angry and she said things, and I totally understand the whole idea of, it's all bets off if somebody talks about my kid. I totally understand that. And I'm not giving Spice a pass for saying that because she said that to be hurtful. She said that to get under that girl's skin. And that's exactly what she did. I don't think that, because she called her a monkey more than just in that clip. I watched the whole thing. She literally went, ooh, ooh, ah, ah. Like, she antagonized her for being a monkey. And I do feel like...
Now, that was the carrying. That part, that's the part that that's the part that gets everybody, her carrying it. But yeah, if it was probably like one time, like, yeah, you're a blue monkey or some stuff.
Oh, okay, she cool. Told her she should have died. I mean, they
wait, whoa. Told her she should have died when she was on her deathbed before?
Yes. She told her she should have died. She said she was a monkey, a blue monkey, did the ooh, ooh, ah, ah, called her a monkey more than once. That's just what we seen, right?
See, I don't watch Love and Hip Hop. I'm not really into like watching TV.
I get it. I totally get it.
Now, wow.
I mean, it got deep. I mean, it got deep in that argument, which makes me feel like if they wrote that and scripted that, they going to hell.
I don't know. That might be a real situation, because we did, like, within my experience, we did have real situations that acquired and that happened in front of the camera. Mm-hmm. But that might be a real situation, and that might be something that they might have wanted to just get off their chest. And I don't know. It just changed my whole perspective on my whole mindset of how everything happened and stuff like that. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's just nuts. Like, I don't know. I don't even know. These people crazy.
I mean, and it is. And the reason why I think it's important to discuss it, because I think there's so many levels to this. The production side of it, which I haven't even talked about. I'm just talking about what transpired, what we saw. And the reality is that you're on a reality TV show. You signed up for people to think that this is who you are. You're making all these decisions. So when you say things out of your mouth, people are going to hold it to your character. My issue with her calling her a monkey was that is a racial slur. Because if she was white, you'd be ready to fight. Let's just keep it real. So if a white person said I was a monkey, we got a problem. Because the reality is, in our history, they literally put us in zoos to be looked at. Like, that is our history. So calling her a monkey, that was a racial slur, period. My issue is, number one, you have Black babies. That doesn't give you a pass. That means you should be more sensitive. Because if somebody called your baby a blue monkey or a monkey of any sort, is all bets off then too? Or because mom called you a monkey or mom said you was a monkey, are you okay with somebody calling your kid a monkey? Like, you just because you're not a member of the community, and even if you are a member of the community, it doesn't give you a right to call anybody a freaking monkey. What's wrong with you? And I just feel like for me personally, that's not my character to call somebody a monkey. I didn't argue with the best of them, and I didn't say some things out of my mouth. I'm not perfect. I didn't call some people some things, okay? So I'm not sitting here like I don't have that. I'm not carrying across myself. You understand what I'm saying? But I do feel like you can't. I've argued with fat people. I've argued with dark skinned people, light skinned people, slow people, people who think they better. I've never called. You don't call nobody no monkey. I just think that that's the line.
I'm still stuck on the fact that you should have died, and this lady was on her deathbed. She have kids just like you have kids. Y'all are women. Y'all are one and the same, and this is how you really feel. I don't even wish death on my worst enemy. And I'm finding out I have a lot of people that dislike me, but it's like, what do you really get out of that?
Right.
Like,
and it's been reported as well that she has been called. She's called people monkey more than once. Like she has called somebody. I guess some people were working for her, and it didn't work out. And something happened. I don't know the whole story, but it's been reported that she's called people monkeys before. So this isn't her character. This is who she is. You're prejudiced. You're racist.
So then it becomes then like Kalontae said, then I think I'm changing my take on it too, because I don't watch the show. But I think if it was my thing is if it was scripted, then that's something that there's something wrong with the producers, the people that make those decisions. That's if it was scripted. But if this is a repeating thing that she's doing, then girl, no, you don't.
Not on the show. This is not on the show. This was years ago. I'm just saying that there's been other instances where she had done outside of the show. But then
it means it's not scripted in those words that are coming out of her mouth. She feels strongly about, and she's choosing to say those things. Then yeah, girl, you don't need to be on the show. You need to get your character together. You need to do some self healing, some self work, because you can't be going around talking about people's kids, telling people I wish you were dead. I have several enemies as well, and I don't wish death on nobody.
Right.
Kill them with kindness.
That I agree with that. I agree, because this is another. That's just what I feel about what actually happened. That girl should not have called her no monkey, and Spice definitely shouldn't have talked about her child. You out of line. You out of pocket. Somebody talks about your kids. You go to speak in Jamaican, and can't nobody. You know what I'm saying? You get real upset. So you shouldn't have talked about nobody's child. Period. I don't care.
But the thing is, she's not losing a bag from this, because even if she's not on Love and Hip Hop, she's gonna be picked up somewhere in a heartbeat, because people love the messiness. People love the messiness. She's still gonna get a check.
Yeah, she's still gonna get one.
Listen, I was gonna say, but this is the thing too. I feel like Erica, the layer of the production. This is my issue with production. Y'all want to come out and make a statement. I work in television. Okay. Do you know how many people touch the show before it's aired? Do you know how many people watch that scene? They sat down, they shot it, they filmed it. It had to go through post-production, it had to be edited, it had to be approved by multiple producers, management, PR people. It had to go through so many channels before it even hit the air. And y'all still chose to air it. And they shoot stuff months, like this probably happened 6-7 months ago. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all, the production still chooses to air this, and then you want to turn around and fire her.
So what you saying? If they embarrassed that girl, you said they embarrassed that girl?
Do I think that the show embarrassed her?
Yes.
No, I think she embarrassed herself. What I'm saying is, you want to come. My issue is you are firing her. You want to fire her after you made the decision to air it. Do you understand what I'm saying? If the issue was really that she used a racial slur, your company should have enough morals and values to itself not to air the show. You should have fired her that day.
Morals on Love and Hip Hop?
Well, no, what I'm saying is, but you want to show, you're trying to act like you have morals now by firing her. Oh, we don't condone this.
That's part of the show. That's part of them going viral. That's part of them.
Look, we're spending 20 minutes talking about it, so it's working.
I mean, but the thing is, they're trying to take away. They're trying to cover their ass. Excuse
Yeah.
me. They're trying to cover
That's
that. They're
exactly
trying to
what
make
it
it
is.
seem like, oh, because you see the public is outraged about that girl calling her a monkey. Now you're trying to be like, oh, we don't condone that. Well, yeah, you
It's a
condone it.
blatant
You aired it.
statement. It's a blatant statement. People
Right.
always
You
use
aired it. You cut it. I'm an editor. You sat there and you cut it and watched it millions of times. And then you aired it. You do condone it. So I think instead of firing her, we need to boycott the show. That's how I feel. Like, I feel like boycott it because you put it out there. You wanted to make money off her racism.
Mm.
That's how I feel. You still chose to air it because you knew that what we're doing now would happen. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like, and
Yes.
I used to watch Love and Hip Hop in like high school, and I stopped watching it for a while. But then the only reason why I know what happened in this magnitude is because it's been literally all over my social media. And so it really has me thinking like, wow, just being in TV, plus being a Black woman, plus being a woman, plus being Black, plus being a woman, I get how being protective of your kids and how you can get fly at the mouth. And I also understand somebody attacking your race, because I don't care what, if y'all were arguing and you decided to call him the F word, or you know what I mean, like really tried to I'd be like, you out of pocket. You can hurt somebody's feelings because all calling her a monkey did was show me your character, your heart. It didn't show me anything.
I think they knew what they was doing when they gave Erica Mena an application or a contract to even be a part of the show way back then when she first started. And when she first started, I was watching it now and then, but she was still doing everything she felt, and she felt like she felt was right. And if it was yanking somebody up or cursing somebody out or whatever, or even talking about somebody's kid. I think I seen her say something about one of the cast members' kid. It was a guy. I can't remember his name, but it was a while back because I haven't watched the show.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. But yes.
But like I done seen her act out of character multiple times, but I never thought nothing of it. And to see it occur now, and her acting out and Spice acting out, and the things that they're saying, why? Like I don't even know. I don't know. I ignored it. Because it was like, I don't think y'all really mean this, and I don't think y'all really mean this because at the end of it all, this is something y'all would have been got off your chest, not in front of the cameras. And I realize when the cameras do come on, people do become different people. Like people, like they do not be like the same person and everything. Like they be like so crazy, but on some just like real stuff, I don't know. I think they need to just keep her on the show. Like it's like y'all used to go viral. Well, so what y'all gonna get out of her next?
You got what you wanted. That's true.
Like what y'all gonna get out of her next? Y'all need answers. The audience want answers. We gonna want them to sit down. Yeah, granted, if y'all fired her and then think that she's gonna do a reunion, she's about to double text them just to do a reunion. Just due to the fact of what they just did. Like y'all should just kept her on the cast.
They might not bring her back. I don't know. I do feel firing her. The only reason why I do this is because, like you said, y'all decided to post it and it did what y'all wanted it to do, clearly. So I don't know why you're firing her. And then my thing is too, Spice ain't innocent. She's not innocent. Now you did get called a monkey and that was messed up. But you're not innocent. You talked about that. I couldn't imagine being a mom and somebody telling me that my son don't like me. Like, could you imagine like,
I would be like, what do you know that I don't know?
Right. Then that's what she said. Her response was like, how do you even know about my son? How do you even know?
Like, are you do you see the future or something?
Right.
Like
what do you mean my son don't like me? I low-key feel like if I knew my son liked me and you just saying something, like, okay, I'm not gonna lie. It's like somebody look me in my face and be like, you ugly. I just be like, oh, I'm ugly. Okay. And I would just laugh. Like, cause I feel that I'm not ugly and I know that I'm not ugly. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, you just saying something to say it. That's how I feel like, but maybe some truth to it. I don't know.
I would say like I feel like it was just more like they got a friendship or some type of ship that when Spice said her son or Erica's son, it was a trigger for her. And it probably was a trigger for her due to the fact, like, girl, I don't have a problem with you. Like, I don't really have a problem with you. I'm just, just trying to figure it out just as well as you trying to figure it out. But you want to bring my son involved. Now I'm just about to, it's no bets off below the bill. Because it's like, what do my son got to do with what we about to sit down and really talk about? How we about to move? Like, I just like, I get it, but I don't get it. Like when you say, okay, then I wish you was dead or stuff like that, like that's a different type of energy. Like that, then it goes like not even below the belt. That's just to the ground. That's just rock bottom. Like you really just don't care for her now. Like it's one of those things. And I don't know. I think Love and Hip Hop is looking for their next Jocelyn Hernandez. That's what it is. Because Jocelyn gave them a show, left, and their ratings went down, and boom, other networks started to pick up other reality stars that was on there, and is now everything is starting to switch around. Like people are starting to just gravitate to what they feel is a good reality show and the drama and the concepts. And I feel like Love and Hip Hop is good, but they need to tighten up. And I would say tighten up with their producers. Shoot, and if they, for real, try to make something like, I don't know, like I want to say more positive, but less violence. But I don't know. That's what everybody want to see. Everybody want to see some fighting. Like,
it's really a thin line. Well, thank you so much, Kalontae, for joining us. Your perspective. That was absolutely amazing. Good listening to the talking points.
Yeah. So if y'all want to join the Takers table, be sure to send us an email, send us a DM, Threads, Facebook, all of that. Kalontae, before we go, let them know where they can follow you on social media and where they can tune in to LGBT Kings and Queens.
Okay, so you guys can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Kalontae Anderson _Anderson. And then for LGBT Kings and Queens, make sure you guys follow the LGBT Kings and Queens. I can't remember the name right now. LGBT Kings and Queens T page, and also follow the Indie Gods Network, which is the network that the TV show will be being on at the moment. It's only $4.99, so you guys, it's not a lot. It's not a lot. It's only freaking $5 to subscribe for a month to watch the show. It's very interesting and it's juicy. We got storylines, things of that nature. It's so much going on. We got our pros and our cons, but it is a really good show to watch. So you guys make sure you tune in and follow me. All right, see you guys.
Awesome.
All right.
Yes, Layy, look at our first The Takers table in the books. Like I said, we are going to be talking about a variety of things. We're going to be talking about reality TV, opinionated conversations. So thank you again, Kalontae, for joining us. And hopefully we can have Kalontae back on to talk a little bit more about his show.
Yes. We need on
patio number 3.
Look, I don't think he heard me, but I told him he better not be calling nobody no monkey. Don't be on that show calling nobody no monkey.
Layy, I saw the previews of this show that he's on, and girl, it's a whole lot of fights. I'll tell you that much.
Kalontae be squaring up. Okay, wait, I gotta see.
That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna buy the $4.99 subscription too, because now I'm invested.
I gotta watch it.
And we already gonna have Love and Hip Hop after us. So I mean, Safari's probably about to be tweeting me like, "Who's this boy from Detroit talking shit?"
I was so weak because my guilty pleasure is reality TV.
Oh, I thought your guilty pleasure. Well, your guilty pleasure is Usher, isn't it?
That's a different type of guilty pleasure. Okay, we gotta move on because we run out of time. That was a really good segment. Okay, so Ty, tell me what's trending.
Yes, trending real quick. So, I mean, we talked about how the Ellen DeGeneres show once upon a time was very toxic. New allegations are coming out saying that the work environment at the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon is also very toxic. They said he has his good days, has his bad days. Allegedly, he showed up with some alcohol in his system. Former employees and current employees have told the Rolling Stone magazine that they use the dressing rooms for the guests as like rooms for them to go have a breakdown, cry, and vent. Jimmy Fallon is saying he never wanted it to be like that. But also, I learned something new about Jimmy Fallon, and I did like watching the show. But he is also he got into some stuff earlier a couple years ago where he portrayed Chris Rock in an SNL skit in blackface. So my whole opinion on Jimmy Fallon has now changed. But also the 70s show, one of their actors was just sentenced to 30 years in prison after he was convicted of 2 counts of rape. And then some positive news: Rihanna and A$AP Rocky revealed their second child's name, which is Riot Rose Mayers. So I think that's cute. I think it's cute. They're staying with the R. So yeah. And then Lil Baby. Apparently the Associated Press is reporting that one person was shot and critically wounded at one of his concerts in Memphis.
Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You said what?
I said I think in Memphis.
Yep, in Memphis. A representative for the rapper as well is not immediately responding back to requests for comment. He hasn't issued anything. I'm not a fan of his anyways. So, I get him confused. There's Lil Baby and DaBaby. I don't like one of them.
It's probably DaBaby that you.
DaBaby made the homophobic comments, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Yes.
Lil Baby don't say much of anything.
No. So I like Lil Baby. I don't like DaBaby. There's too many babies. Like Nick.
Is it the one that has hair or the one that doesn't have hair?
I'm lost.
I want to say
taking a trip down nostalgia lane real quick. I didn't even know that Joe Jonas from the Jonas Brothers had 2 daughters, but apparently he was just recently performing with the Jonas Brothers in Phoenix Wednesday night. And he and his girl, Sophie Turner, they are filing for a divorce. They said in a joint statement, reading in part, "After 4 wonderful years of marriage, we have mutually decided to amicably end our marriage. There are many speculative narratives as to why, but truly this is a united decision, and we sincerely hope that everyone can respect our wishes for privacy for us and our children." The 2 do share 2 daughters, ages 3 and 1. And then I went to searching and I was like, the Jonas Brothers, did they already come to Detroit? Because I wanted to go to that concert. That takes me back to the year 3000, burning up. So all the best to Joe and Sophie Turner. Hopefully they can do this in peace and unity so that it doesn't have a huge effect on their children. And then lastly, your weekend rundown. I got what's happening in and around Metro Detroit. Tucker Carlson, he used to have a show on Fox News. He's a conservative political commentator. He is going to be in town in Utica for a event that's celebrating first responders and honoring their courageous contributions. I believe that's tomorrow, Sunday. I don't like Tucker Carlson. I wanted to go and protest, but Utica is too far for me to drive, so I'm not going. But if anybody's going, I'll give you a sign. I am not a fan of him. But for more information on that, you can visit tyandlaystake.com. Also, comedian Dave Chappelle is actually here tonight, Little Caesars Arena, for his tour. And then I am so bummed that I am stuck working. But also today, Neo is bringing his Champagne Roses tour. And I am so mad that I don't get to go because it's going to be Neo and Mario and Robin Thicke. He was on the news on one of our local stations. Mario was, and he sang a little snippet of Just a Friend.
Is this today or tomorrow?
Tonight he is going to be at the Michigan Lottery Amphitheater. Don't tell me you're gonna try and go because I'm stuck working. Oh, actually, wait a minute. I still got time. I might be able to go. I'm gonna look at. Maybe we should go.
Okay.
Because I love both of them. Give me some Neo, Mad, Miss Independent.
Yes.
So Sick. Oh,
Yes.
it goes on and on. So we might have to do that. Like, we gotta hurry up and we have to hurry up and end this show.
We have to pull a Beyonce.
We got a couple hours to get our fits, so I don't know what I'm gonna wear. But also all of these events are and more, tyandlaystake.com. If you're looking for a movie to check out, I highly suggest that you all go see The Nun 2. I got the chance to see it Thursday before it officially came out this weekend, and that movie was good and scary, and it's almost Halloween. So it's spooky season all the way. Give me my pumpkin spice latte. I want to go to the cider mill. But all of these events can be found at tyandlaystake.com. What do you say we close out with some tie your laces and get motivated?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's go. All right. I got a good one for you. And this one is so relatable for me. So closure happens right after you accept that letting go and moving on is more important than projecting a fantasy of how the situation could have been. I didn't hear what you said.
I love that.
And that's from Sylvester McNutt III. And I'm just telling y'all what his name is. That's his name. Layy, what you got for me?
Well, I always keep it never short, but simple. For my words of wisdom.
Did you say short? Never.
I would say just as you wake up today and you go and attack your day, just do everything with the spirit of excellence. Strive for everything with the spirit of excellence. And don't look for people to recognize your excellence. You define your excellence and you move in that. So even with our show, I'm keeping the hope and the faith and doing this with excellence so that one day we have takers all around the world. Even if we only have 5 of y'all watching right now, I truly believe that one day we will have the world watching us. And so you don't have to see me now, but you will later because I believe in myself and we're doing this with the spirit of excellence. So I hope that you guys can carry that with you with everything that you're doing as you start your weekend and then your week next week.
Yes, so beautiful. Layy stays dropping the gems. Once again, I just want to thank our first ever taker to the table. So shout outs to Kalontae. Be sure to follow him. We'll put his social media in the description below. Be sure to check him out. And Layy, let's go. We got to get ready for this concert. Neo,
I know. We got to go.
We're going to put the sexiness on heavy. So
yes.
I hope you have a good weekend. Be sure to follow Kalontae. There's his social media. Be sure to follow us. Everything Ty and Lay's Take. Hashtag Ty and Lay's Take. Until next weekend or until the next time you tune in, let's go. Have a great weekend, y'all.
Bye, takers.